Greetings and welcome everyone. Today we're going to explore why innovation matters in geospatial intelligence, focusing on the critical role that divergent thinking plays in driving progress and solving complex problems in our field. Innovation is what drives progress. It allows us to see challenges from multiple perspectives and come up with new effective solutions. A key part of innovation is divergent thinking. This is the mental process of generating many ideas, embracing uncertainty, and exploring various possibilities. This contrasts with convergent thinking, where the focus is on narrowing down to one best solution. In geospatial intelligence, where data is complex and constantly changing, divergent thinking is essential to keep up and stay effective. In geospatial intelligence analysis, we often face two big challenges: analytic rigidity, which means we get stuck in one way of thinking, and information overload, where the amount of data can be overwhelming. Divergent thinking helps us overcome these by encouraging creativity and flexibility. For example, when traditional geospatial patterns don't predict new threats, analysts who think divergently might bring in unconventional data sources like social media or climate data. Or they might invent new visualization methods to find hidden insights that others may miss. For example, when traditional geospatial patterns don't predict threats, analysts using divergent thinking might integrate unconventional data sources. As I mentioned previously, they may use social media or environmental data, develop novel visualization techniques to reveal hidden insights. According to Klein 2017, this is very effective. And for analysts who employ divergent thinking, this capacity aligns with the biblical principle of wisdom and understanding, as Proverbs 2:6 reminds us, "For the Lord gives wisdom, and from his mouth come knowledge and understanding," according to the NIV. Innovation is both a technical and moral pursuit to serve and protect better. Innovation isn't just a technical necessity, it also has a deeper moral dimension. It reminds us that wisdom and understanding come from the Lord. And this ties into our work because innovation is a pursuit of insight and understanding that helps us better serve and protect people. So when we innovate, we're not only improving our tools and methods, but also fulfilling a higher purpose of stewardship and responsibility. Now, I want you to think about this question. How can embracing divergent thinking transform our current analytic process so that we may better anticipate and respond to emerging geospatial intelligence challenges? Take a moment to reflect on your own practices and how adopting a more creative, open-minded approach might change the way you work and solve problems. Okay? Here are some prompts and interactive exercises, right? So we're going to reflect on the question. Okay? And then I've handed out a visual illustration that you all have where you're going to imagine this as a whiteboard or a digital screen. So you're going to think about a recent analytic challenge that you faced and think about how you approached it and where do you think divergent thinking could have added value? Okay. I want a couple of you, maybe 2 or 3 of you, to think about your experience. And I'm going to call on you later on, and I would like you to briefly share your experience. Okay. And then after that, we're going to do a group brainstorm where in small groups of 3 to 4, you're going to provide unconventional data sources or your analytic methods that can complement your current geospatial analysis based on the previous question. And you'll have about 5 minutes to work on that. Okay, and you all have each of these prompts in front of you. The third prompt, for those of you who are joining us virtually, the next prompt, prompt 3, your what if scenario. What if we had access to real-time social media geotag data or environmental sensors? How might that change our analysis and predictions? Okay? We want to encourage open speculation and creative ideas. And then your last prompt, prompt 4, we want to challenge your assumptions. We want to identify at least one assumption that you commonly make during your analysis. How could questioning or reversing this assumption open up new insights? Okay, so that's what we want to do. And for those of you who are not in person, here is a visual metaphor that we call the decision tree of innovation. And this tree is what you all are using for slide 8 with all of the different prompts. And what you're going to do is you're going to use this tree. The trunk represents our current standard analytic method. The convergent thinking that we use to find the best answer. And all the branches represent different paths of divergent thinking, like integrating data from other disciplines or running the scenario simulations or expanding our hypotheses. The leaves on the branches symbolize the new ideas and breakthrough insights that we can discover by exploring these creative paths that we previously talked about. And this tree shows how innovation grows from a strong foundation and spreads outward, helping us adapt and evolve. And so each of you who are present in class, you're going to use your markers that were passed out at the beginning of class, and you're going to write down all of your thoughts, for the groups, the different groups, your brainstorming, and all of those prompts 1 through 4 on the tree. Okay, and then to encourage this kind of thinking, I propose that we'll have a divergence hour. A weekly session where we will deliberately practice our divergent thinking on current analytic challenges. And during this hour, we will brainstorm multiple unconventional hypotheses without judgment. We'll use what-if scenarios to challenge our assumptions and introduce data or perspectives from unrelated fields like social sciences or climate studies. This practice will break our routine thinking patterns and immediately cultivate a culture of innovation within our team. And guess what? Even when we're not in this environment, the same creative ideas you can use to help you in other areas of your lives. Okay? And the benefits for this is to help us break our routine thinking patterns. It'll help cultivate an immediate culture of innovation, encourages team collaboration and creative problem solving. Even if you're not exactly in a team environment. It can help you in your family setting. We can look at that as your team collaboration. Your church, not just here in our geospatial intelligence team. Okay? Any team, any small group, this is beneficial. Okay, so to summarize what we've discussed, innovation in geospatial intelligence is essential for adapting to evolving challenges. Okay, it's essential in geospatial intelligence because it helps us handle complex, evolving challenges. Divergent thinking expands our analytic possibilities beyond traditional limits, fostering creativity and new insights. By regularly practicing divergent thinking through initiatives like the Divergence Hour, we can transform how we analyze and respond to threats. So, hopefully, this was very beneficial to you. So, I'm looking forward each week to hearing and seeing how this practice has helped you. So thank you for your attention. I welcome any questions or thoughts you may have on applying these ideas in our work. And if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm looking forward to seeing how we adapt and evolve in our thinking. Thank you and have a wonderful day.